Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast episode 125 for Tuesday the 21st of June 2022. I'm your host Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby 360G, and joining me on this very fine evening is...
He's Alex from Nintendo Arcade, he's back!
And Says Switch, still here from last week, haven't left.
Still here, mate. No, it's nice to have you on as normal, Darren, and Alex. It's always nice to have you back.
Cheers, mate.
Old reliable Darren's not here next week though, so it's just me on my own at the moment. So I need to try and organise some peoples. But we'll worry about that during the week. All is good in the hood, though. All is good in the hood. So yeah. It's been a good gaming week for me. I'm not sure about you two, but I'm just going to go... I just want to talk about one game in particular before we kick off into everything else that you guys have played, if that's okay.
Has it got anything to do with pizzas?
It does have everything to do with pizzas. Yeah. Yeah, so... Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge released.
I've heard nothing but praise for this game, like from most places.
Yeah,
10 out of 10s and stuff from a lot of people.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm trying to get the video onto my other screen and it's just glitching out. Yeah, so it released this week. What, my PC is acting up for some strange reason. Don't know why.
Sod's law.
Oh no, it's just whenever I want to do stuff, it just wants to act up. Yeah, so it released this week, so it's out on all platforms. But it's also launched onto Xbox Game Pass this week, which is absolutely fantastic because if it hadn't have launched on Game Pass, I would have bought this anyway. Some people are thinking this is actually an old arcade game. It actually isn't. It's a brand new game made by the same team that made the later Streets of Rage game. So it's got some good pedigree.
There's never been a Turtles game that's more than 4-player, as far as I'm aware.
No, so this is what I was going to get into as well. So... it's a
was it the ex-Sega guys then that did the original Streets of Rage?
It's the ones it's whoever it is that did the last Streets of Rage game that everyone liked.
I think a couple of those guys are out in that studio, I believe. Right,
but it's absolutely fantastic. So it looks and plays exactly like an old arcade game. It has that really nice pixel art to it. But also, what's really good about this, unlike every other side-scrolling beat-em-up that comes out, most of them that come out are either local co-op only or only 2-player online co-op, whereas this has 6-player online co-op, and you can choose between 7 different characters, and the game is and it works flawless. So for the first time in probably years, there were 6 of us from the community all on the same game at the same time, all playing together in party chat, having a good laugh. I was in shock that we managed to get 6 people from the community all on playing the same game at the same time. I was quite shocked actually. So that was absolutely fantastic to see. So I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who joined me, which was Clarky, Frosty, AJ Geezer, What's My Tag, and CaptiveVenom, all from the community. So big shout out to you guys for joining in last night. It was absolutely fantastic. And we actually finished the game. We went from like level 1 to level 16. There's 16 levels on this. And with 6 players...
Is that because there's 2 modes, isn't there? So was that story mode?
Yeah, so story mode. Yeah, so because we wanted to get the story done and out the way, and I'll probably try the arcade mode at some point in the future. And as Venom has just reminded me in the Twitch chat that we were all playing it until 1 o'clock this morning. That's when we finished.
Wow.
So Yeah. So not only did we have 6 of us all on, we all stayed up really late as well, because usually you'd usually find some people normally would drop off maybe about 11 or whatever, maybe midnight because they're tired or whatever. But it just goes to show the quality of the game that everyone just wanted to stay on until we'd finished it.
Yeah,
which is awesome. And I love these old arcade games, and everyone was just having a really good blast as well. And what I really like about it is there's no bad levels. Every single level is just really well done and is unique. And they're not too long, they're not too short. If that makes sense, they're just right. And I also like the fact that it's easier than Streets of Rage. I actually think that the last Streets of Rage game is too hard. Like, I gave up on it on like the 3rd level because I just couldn't get past it. And that's not being being a noob. I don't think it's just because it's hard.
Though, didn't you?
Yeah,
Did you do that on your own?
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. You need to bring another player into that, because me and my son did it, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to carry on with this once you're gone. You know, and I'll wait for you to come back and stay at mine again, and we'll continue it. Because it is rock hard.
But with Turtles,
and I'd imagine it's the same with this.
No, if you play with Turtles on your own, you could blast through the game as well. Really,
Right.
I mean, because I've played it quite a bit on my own. I played some of it with my 4-year-old. You know, and I played quite a bit of it with Peeps. Well, me and Peeps got up to the 14th level the other day, so we actually nearly finished it ourselves as well. So, I'm absolutely loving it. So,
I was going to say, I did hear that they actually, even for this game, didn't they bring back some of the original voice actors from the arcade game?
Well, they sound. I mean, because I'm a big Turtles fan from back in the day. I grew up with the Turtles, the cartoon. So for me, it's you know, I love the Turtles, and it's just such a great franchise for me, because it brings me back to my childhood, and I remember playing the old arcade game as well. So it does feel, as I say, it feels very arcade, and I love the fact, like, the intro is it feels like it's from the original cartoon, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. And it has all the original characters, you know, Rocksteady, Bebop, Krang, Shredder, and maybe some others that I don't really remember. So you can have 6-player online. You have the 4 Turtles, April, Splinter, and I forget the other guy's name. There's another guy which you only get Casey. So you only unlock him when you finish the game.
Oh, right. Because I was wondering that, because I did see like that Splinter was in it as well. I thought it was just Casey and April.
No. So yeah, you only
all these names are going straight over my head.
Yeah, I thought they would, Alex. That's fine. But for fans of the show, you know, you'd know them all. But what I like about it is every character plays slightly different. So obviously, they all have their different weapons, but you also get a super move, which so there's a couple ways to get your super move bar up, and one of them is just to beat enemies, and it slowly goes up, and you press the Y button or triangle if you're on PlayStation, and you do a super move. Or you got a taunt button, so every time you press that and you successfully do a taunt, it puts one up on the bar. And so each character has a different super move, and then as you're playing through the game as well, you unlock more moves for your characters as well. So each character can level up to 10. So I've maxed out Leonardo, and I want to go through and play it some more and level up the rest of the characters. There's all different achievements attributed to that. Also, there's lots of different collectibles in the game. So there's an overworld map on the game, so you're in your little Turtles car and you're moving from like level 1 to, you know, like old Mario sort of style, you know, top down, selecting the different level. But there's these sections on the city where there's people to go to who you give the collectibles to. So there's a man who wants VHS tapes. There's these weird these weird frogs that want bugs. And then there's another person that wants these newspaper clippings. So you've got all these free collectibles to give to the people. There's all achievements attributed to them. And then there's characters on each level you need to try and find as well. So there's definitely some replayability in that regard as well, because some of them are hidden quite well. So there, as I say, there is some replayability there. But the game, like the game in itself, and this is why you play a game, right? It's just so much fun. It's, you know, it's that classic arcade feeling. Like there's no lag. Like everything feels very responsive. The online is spot on. You know, 6 of us online, and you know when you play some of these kind of arcadey type games, you get a bit of slowdown where the internet connection's trying to catch up on all the different systems. We experienced
to get slowed down in general on the games anyway.
Yeah,
like back in the day.
Yeah, but we had none of that. So the netcode on this must be absolutely phenomenal, because you say, I've played it online with Peebs, I've played it online with randoms, I played it, as I say, the 6-player online last night. No issues at all. It just ran flawless. And the game itself gives a very 80s nostalgic feeling, not just with the way it looks and plays, and you know that classic Turtles theme. It's the music as well. The music is very 80s, like rock, which I really love. Like some of the soundtracks on the levels, I'm like, oh wow, I want to, I want to get the playlist of Spotify and listen to it because it's so damn bloody good. This game is, it's definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, it's just such a surprise to have such a sleeper hit come out this week. Because usually these games come out and I'm like, yeah, it's all right. You know what I mean? I'll play it once and I'll be done with it. But it's just that, you know, whenever you're playing it, you just have a smile on your face, just because it's just so much fun. They've done such a good job with it. It just feels like a proper labour of love. Yeah, the dev team that made this really love. I think they really love Turtles, and I must have watched the cartoons to no end, because it's just, everything just feels so authentic. You know, like I've also,
it was such a popular arcade as well. Like you think back in the days, like that was one of the arcades that was always cranked up the volume.
Yeah.
The 4-player and everything, like at fairs and things.
Yeah. So obviously I've been playing this on the Xbox, but it's also obviously on Game Pass on PC. So I've been playing it on the PC with my arcade stick, and that works flawless as well. Very responsive, and it actually feels like I'm playing a proper arcade and I'm using a stick, and that's just really, really nice. It has cross-play as well, so you can play with different systems. So I've been playing. So I did test that out with some Xbox players in the week, and that worked fine as well. So all in all, you know, it's a really good package. That even I think it's like 20 or 30. I think it's like 20 quid. It might be 30 on the Switch. I'm not sure, but you know,
yeah, I'm definitely going to get it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
It's on sale on PlayStation at the moment.
There you go. Yeah,
they've got a sale on it.
Yeah,
for it. So it's under 20 quid, I think, on PlayStation.
Bargain. You know, if this hadn't come to Game Pass and I'd just seen the gameplay or a video review or something, I would have picked this up, no question, because it's just, I love Tales, and two, I love these type of arcade games, and you know, that because that 6-player co-op works so well, it's just a no-brainer, really. So yes, it's so good.
But is it crossplay or?
Yeah, so it has got crossplay. You have to turn it on though; awesome. It's automatically turned off. So you just need to make sure you go and turn it on. And I think
you could technically be playing with someone on each different platform that it's available on in one game.
Yeah, which would be really cool. Yeah, so I think, you know, as I say, it's just such a sleeper hit in my opinion, and it's just, and also it's just nice for Game Pass to get a really good quality game at launch, because you know, we have been burnt a little bit with launch games just being a bit average, whereas this is definitely. I mean, I've seen so many 10 out of 10 reviews for this. It's not even funny. So, as I say, it's very highly regarded.
I sort of saw it like when it was obviously shown off and thought, it looks all right, might be sort of worth it. And then hearing that, it's got a story mode and an arcade mode, and seeing all these reviews and hearing all of the, like, how much fun it is and how much they obviously were fans of the original and everything, I was like, I think I've got to pick this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've actually got some experience. I'm just reading up about it here with, I think they did Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which is another beat up, which was pretty cool. And they did the music for Sonic Mania and Streets of Rage. So, you know,
fantastic.
they've got some good guys. They've got some good guys on board for this one for sure.
Yeah, that's excellent.
You actually get a Pizza Hut coupon with this game as well, don't you?
Yeah, so if you buy the physical copy, yeah.
Yeah, which you didn't.
No, Game Pass all the way, baby.
Yeah.
But it's just made me laugh because we've been playing it. Like, I've been playing it quite a bit with my boy, and then he's been walking around the house just singing the theme tune, going "Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles," which is just really funny, brilliant. You know. So just
fun fact, if there's any American listeners out there. We didn't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Europe.
No, we had Hero Turtles, didn't we?
We had Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, yeah, because Ninja was too violent.
Yeah.
See, I don't have any experience. I'm a bit older, you see. I'm showing my age now, so I don't know when this was. This a 90s cartoon for you guys?
Yeah.
Would you say?
I think it was, early 90s.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I mean,
you were still at school then watching it?
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it all over in America. I went to visit America when I was reasonably young and went into one of the toy stores over there. Obviously, I was completely freaked out at the fact that the prices are all fucked in America because they don't actually add the tax on until you get to the till.
Yeah.
So I'd be walking up with like the exact money for something, and then it's like, oh, that's more than. I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, that's stupid. Sort that out. But yeah, I kept seeing all these figures for like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Didn't think anything of them. Didn't buy any like an idiot. And then like about a year later, it hit over in Europe, and it was like massive.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. Should have got some while I was over there.
Yep.
Especially people would have been well jealous because it was the ninja versions as well. Like.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as I say, it's just so well done. All the little cutscenes and that are really cool. They're all kind of like the pixel art graphics as well. So yeah, man.
Is it pixel art graphics? It looks more like cel shaded kind of graphics.
No, it's pixely, man. It's like that kind of 16-bit look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
See, the only experience I have with Turtles is Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo, which yeah, fantastic game. But yeah, I'm not.
I mean, they look like they've taken one of the aspects from that, which was the being able to throw enemies into the screen.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah.
Mode 7, baby.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that first and foremost because I had such a good time on it this week. It's 10 out of 10. Great game.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 games came out this week, which like Turtles wasn't the only game to get a little revival this week. Did either of you pick up the other one?
No, I want to pick it up though. You're talking about Mario.
No, Vendetta.
Oh, Vendetta! I pre-ordered that as a physical copy, so I'm waiting for that at the moment.
Yeah, because obviously that again was another Konami arcade from back in the day, which generally I saw 2-player versions, but it was really a 4-player game.
Yeah, it's getting good reviews, isn't it? What I've seen.
I've heard it's pretty hard. People are saying it's pretty difficult when it comes to sort of obviously that. So it's proper, obviously old school coin guzzling style.
Is this just on the Switch or is this on all systems?
No, I think it's on all systems. It's just put in Vendetta. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it looks like Streets of Rage. No, more like Double Dragon. Actually, I would say it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a remake because I think there's only 3 characters in it. possibly, and there was, like I say, there was 4 in the OG one.
And I think Double Dragon's probably the worst example of a good side-scrolling beat-em-up, to be honest with you.
I used to love Double Dragon as a kid.
It was great as a kid, but it did get, like, it evolved pretty well. Like, other companies, like, took that formula and made it a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we'll get into it when I do my thing, but I've actually been playing the Neon, Double Dragon Neon. Is it Neon? Yeah.
Well, I was going to go into
next. I still think the 2 games that I will say that I think really kicked off the side-scrolling beat-em-ups in the arcades, per se, for me, were Final Fight and Golden Axe.
Oh, Golden Axe. Can't beat Golden Axe, man. Gavlar's just been in Twitch chat. He says, Altered Beast was the worst. He used to think it was so cool, but it actually sucks. I have to agree with you. I remember as a kid playing Altered Beast on my mate's Mega Drive, going, "Wow, this looks so cool!" And now I look back at it now and I'm like, "Oh my god, that game sucks balls."
It's kind of all right. It was the main thing was like, "Oh wait, you can turn it into a werewolf."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. To listen to the rest of this week's awesome episode, you need to subscribe to the Patreon. Head on over to patreon.com/360gamercast, and there, from as little as £5 a month, you get an episode every single week of the year, and any special episodes that we do. Most recently, we did a live reaction video / audio of the Xbox Bethesda showcase. So to listen to the rest of this week's show, again, patreon.com/360gamercast, or head on over to 360gamercast.com, where all the links are there. If you don't subscribe to the show, you're missing out on a lot of cool stuff this week. Alex talks about his arcades, some of his retro games, and some awesome news that's happening to him personally with the arcade stuff. Darren talks about some cool games. I talk about some cool games, including some retro stuff like The Evil Within 2 and Dragons Dogma, as well as Gran Turismo 7, Call of Duty Vanguard, Spec Ops The Line, and a lot more. Loads of news this week as well from the Square Enix Final Fantasy showcase, where some great games were announced and the release date for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. We also discuss the Capcom showcase and much, much more. Again, to get all this amazing content, there's a few ways that you can listen to the show. Number 1, the most preferred way, patreon.com/360gamercast, or you can listen live every single Sunday evening, 8:30 p.m. Head on over to twitch.tv/Webby360G. There we live stream the show every single Sunday at 8:30 p.m. So that is another way to get this awesome content. So thank you very much, and I hope you all subscribe soon. Bye bye.